But having said that, he has been a steadfast ally of the United States for 30 years. And the only way, it is absolutely fair and right to think that this is time for him to leave. But if you want him to leave, we did it in exactly the wrong way, which is to do it publicly, which is humiliating for an Arab leader. And of course, therefore, when we sent a special envoy there whose mission was leaked, namely that he was going to ask Mubarak to leave, he gave him a very brief meeting and said, I don't want to talk to you again. Because, of course, this man has been around as an ally and expects to be treated as an ally for 30 years, and therefore, it seems to me, we should have found a much better way to get to him.
John,
now, let me just say, I want to say one thing. Let's just remember this. In Tehran, there were hundreds of thousands of people in the street. Iran was our principal enemy in that part of the world, and this administration said nothing. But here we take a 30-year ally of the United States, and we start publicly attacking him. That was exactly the wrong way to do it in that part of the world. Now the Saudis, the Jordanians, most of the other countries are enraged because they feel in a sense, he was badly treated and not treated with respect.
Hold on, I want to pick up that point because this goes to that. Okay, now a big Arab authority, a big one, the Secretary General of the 22-nation Arab League, Amma Musa, said this.
The message has been sent, the message has been received. It will never be the same again. I firmly believe that the Arab world in 1 year time will not be the same as we see it today.
In 1 year's time, the Arab world will not be the same.
Exactly.
Question, what is the chance that Musa will run for president himself?
Pretty good. Pretty good. He's head of the Arab League. He's a transitional figure. Look, the Mubarak era is over, but Mort is right. This is a soldier, a man of honor. He sent his troops to fight alongside us.
You're talking about Mubarak.
I'm talking about fighting the Gulf War, and here comes this diplomat over there and says, hey, get out. They're humiliating him. I think he got his back up and understood.
Why did Obama do it? Because he wants to be on the side.
Obama got on this.
Because he knows it's a done deal.
No,
and he wants to be. He wants to establish his bona fides with the incoming group. Is that it?
He went back to his, basically, if you will, his sort of moderate left mode. This is a Facebook, Twitter revolution. I'm part of this.
Oh, come on.
He got too far out in front.
You make
I
it
still
sound
don't get it. Who are his advisors? Who are Obama's advisors?
He advises himself on this one.
You make it sound like this is some sort of fad. He wants to get on the Twitter bandwagon.
He wants to get out in front of things.
Look at all of the dictators that this country has stuck with too long.
Eleanor,
he has served our purposes well,
you don't do
but he
that
has
to
not,
friends of 30
he has
years.
not served his people very well. He has run a repressive
Who are we
regime.
to decide that?
We're not deciding it. He's deciding it. He's still in power, and this president is giving him a nudge behind the scenes, which is
Not
something that he needs.
No, and
well, he's calling for
publicly.
the president
now,
should just
when he
stand
says
by.
now, he means now, and that's not the way to do it. Okay,
A transition which
he
has
wasn't
begun.
talking about the
A transition has begun.
He wanted him to leave now, and we all know it.
He's telling him to leave.
That's right. That's exactly what he told him.
Right. I agree with Mort completely. Look, the administration mishandled this from the beginning, and it's not unlike how they handled the Israeli-Palestinian negotiations, which they did in public, and it blew up in their faces. Diplomacy 101 is, especially when you're dealing with a stalwart ally like Hosni Mubarak, is you take this behind closed doors. You don't have the American president give a big declaration. Look, the other point you raised, Musa. Musa is now the choice, as of this moment, of the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood now is working this crisis so that they can ride the tide to seize power. And I'm telling you, if they grab power in Egypt, they will consign 82 million Egyptians to the perpetual darkness of Islamist rule. And don't make any mistake about it. Let's not be naive about this.
You remember when the Muslim Brotherhood were the really bad guys over there?
They are the bad guys.
They are the bad guys today? How many Muslim Brotherhood are there?
They're probably a third of the population.
How do you account for the fact that the Muslim Brotherhood that were the bad guys are now the good guys?
They're not the good guys.
I don't say that they're good guys. Let me just tell you, Hosni
Mubarak. They control the strings of power. Do they control the strings of power?
No, they do not yet. The army controls the strings of power, and this whole issue is going to turn on what the army does. But let me just point out one thing, and Mubarak knows it, okay? Because he happened to be sitting next to Anwar Sadat when the Muslim Brotherhood assassinated Anwar Sadat, one of the great figures of that country. It was the Muslim Brotherhood who assassinated him.
If there's a democracy,
absolutely, they killed him.
Did they do him in?
They did. They killed him.
Did you hear that?
The Muslim Brotherhood is not exactly a democracy.
If their democracy comes, one man, one vote to Egypt. Let me tell you, the Muslim Brotherhood will initially get 25 to 33% of the vote, and the Arab streets' views about Israel will be reflected in the government.